Gaffer, disappointing result on the road. Can you sum up the match?
Listen, myself, the players were sick. We were really good today, really good, and we should have had the game out of sight by half time. I think Jamie says we had 10 shots at goal in the first half alone. Their goalkeeper's got man of the match. Even the start of the second half, we've had a couple of efforts before they really got in their goal, and then we've lost a bad goal. We've got a penalty quite quickly after, it was 2-0. They've got their tails up, it was an uncomfortable 10 minutes. We come again, we have a penalty ourselves to try and get ourselves back in the game. Unfortunately, Corey misses it. And we lose the game 2-0, but like the performance today for the players was really good, like really good. And I feel for them, and sometimes when you're in football and it's going against you, it really goes against you. Yeah. And today it really felt like that. And you know, you come in as well, Allo has won I think, so we'll find ourselves out the playoff. But we're not out the playoffs based on today's performance. Today's performance was really good. We asked the players to be as equally as good as we were last week, and we were a lot better today. But Queen of the South, we knew they were going to have a spell in the game. They're a good team at home. Their recent run of form's been excellent. And unfortunately, when they had their 20 minutes in the goal, we couldn't keep them at bay. And unfortunately, we couldn't score. When we sort of dominated the first half, if I'm being honest, we dominated them. And but that's football. If you don't take your chances and you concede bad goals, you've got to lose games, and that's what's happened today.
How much of a positive is it going into next week still in the hunt for the playoffs, being a newly promoted side?
Yeah, it is, and we'll think about that during the week, but right now we're hurting, because the performance today deserved the result. And we've not got a result, so they're the harder ones to take. Sometimes when you get beaten a game and you've not played well, you can go, well, we deserved. And there's been a couple of games of that in this recent run, you know, we went, we weren't good enough today, the other team deserves to win. When you play how we've played today and put the effort in that the lads have put in and the chances that we've created today to not get anything out of the game, they're the hardest ones to take, and we're all got to hurt for 48 hours. But then you need to dust yourself back down and come in, because there's still a game to go. Allo need to go to Kelty. I don't really know the other results. I know that Allo had won. They've still got to go there. We have to take care of our own business. If we get 3 points this week and it's not enough, then it'll not be enough. But what we must do is we must make sure that we've done everything that we can do to get into the playoffs. So we have to pick a team that we think can get the 3 points. And listen, we've picked up. And another thing that changed today as well is, and this isn't nothing about Blair that came on, but when Kai went off, the whole game changed. He was playing such an important role for us, just between being a deep line midfielder and pushing up, and it affected us quite badly, you know. So when Kai's out and Scotty McGill's out, who would have maybe been Kai's natural replacement, Ewan failed a fitness test this morning, Ross Taylor's out. We were a little bit short of bodies as well, but the performance didn't show that. But when Kai went off, because it's a specialised position that he can do for the team, it definitely affected us. And Peter, to be fair, changed his tactics a little bit, switched line into midfield, mixed up his front three, and that worked as well for them. So there's several things that Queen of the South done better as well, and congratulations to them. You know, they've been on a really good recent run. They're a good team, and congratulations to them for making the playoffs. But for us, it's about me making sure that the players are up for it on Saturday. And what I mean by that, they'll be up for it, it's the last game, but making sure there's still no doom and gloom when Saturday comes. We need to go for it, you know. We need to play to win the game, and we need to hope that we get a game. Listen, we could draw and Allo could get beat, and that'll be enough to get us in, but we have to go and set a team up to try and win the game. And I think you've seen that today, you know. The fans were, listen, they always have the away games, the last away game, they get dressed up, and it's a great effort for them. But more importantly for me was how they applauded the players at the end of the game. People aren't silly. Anybody that was at this game today knows that we deserved at least a draw, if no 3 points. And the fans have acknowledged that, which is important. And we'll need as many as we can get in next week, and we need to go and try and win. So listen, we're all hurt over the weekend. But now comes down to one game really, and we need to make sure that we're right at it and we do everything we can to get the 3 points, and then hope that a little bit of luck's on our side, and that 3 points will be enough to get us into the playoffs.
Thanks very much, Gaffer.
Cheers.